Messi flying forward. Leo Messi!
United. Rafael Guerrero with the cross. Ronaldo.
The Premier League champions Arsenal show, just how far ahead they are above Manchester City with a dominant Community Shield win against the Citizens on Sunday. It was as easy as 1, 2, and 3 for the Enzo Maresca-led side. Goals from Ricardo Calafiori, Kai Havertz, and Martin Odegaard helped the Gunners to a 3-0 victory in Cardiff, right there at the Principality Stadium. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta said he was a bit surprised by his side's convincing performance, telling reporters to play in the manner, we, quote unquote, we did is extremely impressive. The words of Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta. New City boss Enzo Maresca, who replaced Pep Guardiola over the summer, could say, no such thing. Yet Maresca played down the importance of the result, saying it's a defeat that hurts them a whole lot, but it's just the beginning. So what could really be? The beginning of the end? Or, the beginning of what's to come this very season? On that note, I say welcome to Sports 360 right here on CEMTV Television. I'm Danny Mino, the voice you trust and that mayor you probably need. They call me Rex Patrick the Locker, that homeboy that's never at home. I look around 247-365. I'm your host and guide. So I've got Dr. Paul Zakumaka right here. He returns right here on Sports 360. He is all smiles, got here with so much energy. And that's on the back of Arsenal's victory today. On Sunday, come on. It's a great time to have you back on this side, Dr. Paulus.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, okay. And you'll be like, well, City have got nothing to offer before we came live. I don't know for what it's worth. It's still early days. I don't know if you think so.
What were you expecting?
Nothing.
Were you
nothing.
expecting a Man City win?
Not at all.
So we got what we expected.
Okay. So you got what you expected?
Yes.
Okay, we got what we expected.
Yeah, the Arsenal fans got what they expected. I don't know about the Man City fans.
Okay.
But I think they didn't get what they expected.
Okay.
Let me keep it that.
Okay, so, wow. Quite intriguing, I tell you, for the most part. What a win was that for Arsenal. Something to build on going into the new season. 2026-2027 promises to be quite exciting, with lots of teams, for the most part, teams beefing up their squads. We got some departures. We also got some incomings. So this season. So it was a massive result. But then, is this result a sign of things to come for both sides, or just a pre-season match that is unlikely to tell us how much, about the new campaign, Dr. Paulus?
It's definitely a sign of things you should expect in the season. It's obvious that Arsenal, they are ready to do well. They are ready to improve on what they did last season. For Man City, I'm not sure they will be able to do much better because this start has been shaky. And you see, there's something about confidence. If you start well, you build good confidence and you're able to run the season very well. But when you start on a shaky note, the league hasn't started, but the Community Shield is part of what brings you to the league. So this will not be good for their confidence going forward. And I won't be surprised if they don't do very well. I won't be surprised. I like to say it as it is, whether I'm an Arsenal fan or not. I tell you the way it is. Man City may struggle this season. They may struggle. And the reasons are clear. You have a new coach. trying to play a system. I was telling some persons yesterday that it will be best for Maresca to continue the style that Pep played for this first season. Just so the boys are already used to that. So just see how you can work around what they're already doing and see how it will go.
Would that help in any way?
Pep was one of the best coaches in the world.
If not one of the best.
His system was good enough. It was good to take any team anywhere. So if he can follow that system, I think he may be able to do better. But with what he's trying to do now, trying to come up with his own style, the style he played with Chelsea and the rest, he may not go far. At least for this season.
You know, too many questions to ask. The Premier League champions Arsenal show just how far ahead of Manchester City they are with a dominant Community Shield win. Because goals from Ricardo Calafiori, Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard helped the Gunners to a 3-0 victory at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta said he was a bit surprised by his side's convincing performance, telling reporters, you know, to play in the manner they did was extremely impressive. New City boss Enzo Maresca, who replaced Pep Guardiola over the summer, could say no such thing. Yet Maresca played down the importance of the result, saying it's a defeat that hurts them, but it's just the beginning. So, I don't know. It's a bit tough, yeah, a tough pill to swallow, I tell you. I mean, it's a bit scary for the City fans. You know, from the City perspective, anyways, depends if you fall within that
I have a question. What does it mean by saying it's just the beginning? Is it just the beginning of worst things to happen or the beginning of good things? If it's the beginning of worst things to come.
Yeah.
That's what it means. You started badly and you're saying it's the beginning. Good. It's the beginning that you may not do well.
It probably meant
say it can change things.
Like, yeah, it's still early days. Kinda.
We'll watch and see.
You know, the gap was quite stunning, Dr. Paulus. Very one-sided.
See, the argument yesterday while we were watching that game was that if this was a Pep team or Pep as a coach, Arsenal cannot give them 3-0. You must have that fight back. You may have maybe 2-1 or even 2-0 will be difficult because Man City team will always fight until they get something. But with what we saw yesterday, I'm shocked myself, and I don't see the City team doing well at the beginning of the season.
I mean, Arsenal took the lead quite early, just 23 seconds into that very game, doubled the advantage thanks to some static City defending in the 23rd minute of the game, and then added a third, you know, 3 minutes into the second period. And former Arsenal defender Martin Keown, he said in his words, the gap was really quite stunning. Now, the Gunners, for what it's worth, really let the handbrake off, but City looked lifeless for the most part of that game. Arsenal, you know, have made a real statement of intent. Their biggest problem is who does Arteta pick at this point in time. He's starting X1. Man City have got a lot of work to do. Lots of problems in the back for the side. Now, City received a bit of a schooling, according to former Scotland striker Ali McCoist, who added that, I know it's early days, but it's concerning for Manchester City. The underlying numbers showed Arsenal showed how dominant Arsenal were. They were the better of the two. Yeah, they were clearly the better of the two. The Gunners created about 2.9 XG. That's expected goals, right? Compared to City 0.77. And intriguingly, for Arsenal, none of their XG came from set pieces compared to what we saw last season. So it's a massive improvement, Dr. Paulus.
You know, the Arsenal team, most people that watch Arsenal, I'm not sure they observe the team. There are a lot of transition. What Arsenal played last season was not what they played the previous season. The previous season, they were playing normal passing game. But last season, most of their game were on set pieces. They did set pieces, they did long balls and all that. This season, they are coming with a different style. They are not doing the set pieces. Maybe they will employ it sometime in the season, but they've made a statement that they can do without the set pieces too. They can get the goals. And this new boy, the Zolis boy, the boy that played
Zolis.
Yes, he did very well. He gave 2 assists. So you could see that the system this season is quite different. And I see them as a team that is prepared for the title. That's what I can say.
Talking about set pieces and what a view scoring from open play, that metrics gauges how likely chances are to result in goals, taking into account a range of variables. And Arsenal finished with almost 3 times the expected total of Manchester City, and that's really interesting. It's an intriguing one, something to build on going forward. This was Arsenal's biggest victory to nil against Manchester City since August 2014. It was also a 3-0 win in the Community Shield, while it was City's heaviest defeat to nil against an English side since a 4-0 defeat in November 2024 against Tottenham Hotspur. So feels like the beginning of the end of an era for Manchester City.
Yes, it definitely is. There's a new coach and a new era. But it's an era that we're not sure City will do very well.
Okay, I don't know. For the most part, you look at that game. What do you think they need to do differently? Is it about, when you talk about player for player, quality-wise, is it just going back to Pep's approach to games or situations? Or, because, every manager has got his own plans, right? Sometimes it works out. Sometimes, it doesn't. But for Enzo Maresca, he was there at City, like he worked under Pep Guardiola's assistant before he moved to Leicester City, got the Leicester job, and went on, won the championship, and it was quite a good ride for the side, helping them gain promotion to the top flight. And then Chelsea came calling. We saw him at Chelsea. He wasn't as bad as that relationship ended, right?
He did well in Chelsea now. He won a trophy.
Yeah, not trophies.
Yeah, okay, at least.
Club World Cup and the half 32 teams at the Europa Conference League.
Yes.
And so then that season
he did well. But Manchester City is not Chelsea. And you see, Manchester City has been a consistent team in terms of winning trophies, doing well before this time. And they are the only team that created a bar above the other teams in the league. They won 4 or 5 titles in 6-7 seasons. No team has ever done that. And you see, they raised the bar beyond other teams. Now, Maresca coming to Man City, I'm not sure you could sustain what Pep did. It will take him time. So for me, this season and next season may just be seasons for rebuilding. I do not expect Man City to do too well.
Okay.
Even if they do well, they will not win the league. It's clear. The likes of Arsenal are ahead of them. Manchester United, I don't know, they did well last season towards the end, but this season, yesterday, they lost to AC Milan 4-2.
That was pre-season.
And that too, you see, when you get to the time where the league is already about to start, any game you lose gives a big statement.
So Arsenal had frailties at the back for the most part of the pre-season. Considered about 8 goals in 4 games compared to, vintage Arsenal in the past 2 seasons. So when you look at, they got into the Community Shield and boom, first competitive game, and it was easy peasy for the Gunners. One-sided affair. 3-0, 3 unreplied goals.
Okay, so what are you trying to say?
So I'm trying to say that it's, I think it's best not to judge a team
from the beginning.
We should wait till until their first competitive game. Same, we saw Arsenal now, right?
I agree with you to some extent, but you see, you can't take away the fact that what you saw yesterday is a pointer to what will happen in the league.
No, we can't say for what it's worth. You could. It's one thing to win 3-0 in pre-season, not pre-season, Community Shield. It's another to.
Community Shield is a competition.
No,
it's not just pre-season.
No, it's not a competition.
That's why
it's a cotton razor. It's no competition. It's just a shield. In the local palace, if they select rice, they say, okay, take this one, go select rice. That kind of thing. Or beans, select beans. Pick beans. Use this one. Okay, if you want the pick beans, use this to pick.
So why are they giving trophy and medals?
That's what I'm saying. It's not competition. It's just a cotton razor. Winners of the Prem and the FA couples, that's all. If, like, when City won everything, you place the team that finished second in the previous season. So I mean, it's just one-off, and there's nothing. I mean, so
what you're trying to say is this doesn't affect what will happen in the league proper. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because other teams are yet to play competitively. The league hasn't started. We wait until this weekend. All right, until this weekend.
When the result starts coming, you don't understand better.
No, if
teams like Man City, they are not prepared yet.
Yeah, for City, I'm not expecting City to do anything.
That's what
phenomenal.
I want you to take.
No, but clearly, looking at they had Pep,
and that's why I said
for about a decade.
We expected Arsenal to win Man City, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
If Pep was there, it would have been a different ball game. That's a fact. If Pep was the coach yesterday, Arsenal won't win. Even if they will win, maybe slim margin 2-1, 1-0, 3-2. They be more of a contest.
The Gunners couldn't even wait until the first, up until the first 60 seconds. First 23 seconds, they had already scored. Really crazy. They were really so dominant talking about Arsenal.
That's the fastest goal Arsenal has scored against Man City since 1964. So.
Yeah, so long time ago. Not a long time ago. You talk about the Gunners looking at the game proper. They had about, interestingly, City had enjoyed more ball possession, but nothing to show. Anyways, at the end of it all, 56% ball possession. That's Manchester City to Arsenal's 44%, and they recorded about 539 passes. That's Manchester City with accuracy of 91% to Arsenal's 411 passes with accuracy of 86%. All right, so interestingly, City had more shots, right, on target than Arsenal. 8 shots for City, 5 on target. Arsenal 8 shots, 4 on target. So City had 5 wayward shots. They were desperately blunt in front of goal. So you look at the team's overall performance, you would say, oh well, they weren't really outplayed. Technically they came good, but Arsenal had a better tactical plan, a better game plan, and that's what counts. That's the most important. It's one thing to create all of them big situations, it's another to make it count. And that's exactly what we saw. 8 shots for Arsenal. Yeah, they were clinical. 8 shots, 4 on target. City, 8 shots, 5 on target, but no goal whatsoever.
You can have the ball and have more possession, but the important thing is what you do with the ball.
Yeah.
It's not about passing the ball around. You have to target the goal and make sure that you get your goals. So it's not about having possession. People have gotten 70-80% possession and still lose a game.
Okay, Chelsea, Barcelona. Yeah, UEFA Champions League semi-final, right? And that was 2012. Yeah, 2011-2012. UEFA Champions League semi-final. Chelsea, FC Barcelona. And Chelsea were reduced to 9 to 10 men.
Inter Milan,
FC Barcelona. Yeah, true. Fact. Semi-final, UEFA Champions League as well. Same semi-final. Yeah. So, Arsenal's players and fans were happy to celebrate their second trophy in 4 months. But just how seriously should we view their performance in a relatively minor competition? 10-time Community Shield winner Sir Alex Ferguson said in 2011 he had always thought of the match simply as a stepping stone to the season ahead. In fact, since the Premier League started back in 1992-93, only 8 of the 34 winners of the Charity Shield or Community Shield, if you like to say, in the manner of speaking, have gone on to win the league. So you don't have to celebrate. Don't start celebrating.
Another statistics that will not do anything.
Yeah, but we can't say.
Let me say this. You have to look at the strength of a team before you start predicting if they will do well or not.
No, nobody's saying the Arsenal will
So
do well.
When they say winners of the Community Shield, they've not. Most of them haven't won.
Past 34, only 8 times we've seen that. But it's a fact. We deal with facts.
Arsenal will win the league.
Okay. They'll win without even taking the ball in the Premier League already.
You know why I say they will win the league? You have to look at Man City is the next strong at this moment, the strongest team apart from.
Well, Liverpool won the league some 2 seasons ago at the expense of Man City and Arsenal under a new coach and a Slot.
No, listen. I just mentioned that Slot played the club system. It continued from where club stopped, and before Slot came in, Klopp has already established a very strong and effective team. Liverpool was challenging Man City. They were the 2 teams. Arsenal wasn't even in the picture that were contesting the league at that time. So when Slot came, he continued from where Klopp stopped, and he was able to succeed. So it's not that Liverpool was not strong. Klopp came in and did what he did.
Another case study.
Which one?
2016-2017. Antonio Conte at Chelsea. 4th season. Chelsea had real struggle the previous season. They finished 10th. They finished 10th the previous season. 2015-2016 when Leicester, they had real struggle, yeah? When Leicester won the league. But then Antonio Conte came on board. And
it's a Conte factor. Let me tell you, there are coaches that when they go to team, they make impact and they win something. We know them. Mourinho is one of them. Conte is one of them. Conte coached Italy. What did he do with Italy before he left Italy for Chelsea? So these are coaches that when they get to a team, okay, I'll give you another example. This Roberto De Zerbi,
okay,
is another coach that goes to a team and does well. Tottenham was about to be relegated. He came in and he was able to keep.
So when you think they are one of the dark horses of this season's Premier League season, of this season's, Tottenham Hotspur, with what they've done so far this summer regarding transfers, signings, and the quality.
Tottenham will not win the league.
Okay, Manchester United under Mark.
If I see Tottenham in Champions League, that will be accepted. But that they will win the league is a no-no for me.
There's also this belief I hear a lot that if Michael Carrick had probably joined Manchester United in January, he would have gone on to win the league. If looking at what he achieved last season,
January,
if he had joined in January, like early enough, United would have probably gone on to win the league.
That's not possible. At the point where they were at that January, they can't win the league now. What position were they?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Carrick had joined us at that time, results would have changed. Like, looking at the number of wins, the number of games they won after he took charge, from when he took charge up until the end of the season, they would have been strong contenders.
There were teams that were far ahead of them. So even if he comes in January, I wasn't, it couldn't have overcome that gap that was created.
Xabi Alonso won the Bundesliga against all odds in Germany, against Bayern. None saw that. In fact, they were almost unbeaten that season. The only game they lost was the Europa League final to Atalanta Bergamo. Now, Ademola Lookman came through with a hat-trick in that final. So, but he won the Bundesliga, won the DFB Pokal, and they were unbeaten throughout the season. So, I'm just trying to paint some scenarios.
Sia, you have to understand what these coaches bring into a team. Some bring very strong mentality. Like I can tell you, Jose Mourinho does that. Some bring very strong tactical discipline and play. If you look at most of the coaches you're talking about, you can predict what they bring into a team from their past. And you'll be able to say, oh, this coach will do well with this team. This coach will not be able to do well. It's as simple as that. You can analyze the coaches from their strengths, their weaknesses, and what they bring to a team.
You'd also agree with me that everything starts in a day. Even Pep Guardiola, he started at Barca. Barca B, none saw that coming when he took over from Frank Rijkaard. But yeah, he ended up establishing himself as one of the best, in the game. Yeah, exactly. To have ever graced the game.
So are you saying that the likes of Maresca, they are starting
like
now?
a Carrick? I mean,
Carrick
they are young.
and
They are young managers.
we have seen
Really
them
young.
now. Carrick.
But we're talking about seeing them. Maresca at Chelsea, first season at Chelsea. There's the only time he won 2
What of his
trophies.
season at Leicester? Is it not his fault?
No, he won the championship now. He helped them get promotion to the top flight.
so
And before he
was
got
it-
picked at Chelsea.
That's his first season there too now.
But he won. I'm saying he won. Even at Leicester, he won the,
Okay, so
the
now
championship
you're looking at-
and
he
got
has-
promoted to the Premier League.
Wait,
Chelsea.
you're looking at the fact that he won championship with Leicester.
Yeah.
He came to Chelsea, won the World Club,
Chelsea are world champions.
and
I hear
won,
that a lot, even though. Okay.
and won the
Europa
Conference
League,
League.
yeah, Europa League.
Europa-
Europa Conference League, yeah, Europa
Conference
Conference League, yeah.
Now he's gone to Man City. So are you going to tell me that in Man City he will win the Premier League?
No, I'm saying, but the impossible takes a little longer.
See,
It probably needs a bit of time.
Maresca can win. Let me tell you how it will go. He can win the Carabao Cup or FA Cup, but the league, just put it out. Do you know why? League is more stressful. It's a marathon. It's not like
The cup
the
games.
8-game cup game.
Okay. You know, but if Maresca can't do it, probably Michael Carrick will bring, back.
I
this.
expect Man U to do well this season
Okay.
because of Carrick.
Okay.
But I still don't see them winning the league.
You don't expect Chelsea to do well.
Chelsea,
Xabi Alonso.
Chelsea too. They may try, but they won't get the league too.
And only Real and Liverpool.
I even fear more for Iraola.
Okay.
I fear more for him. He's not Bournemouth. I fear more for him amongst all the coaches.
You know-
I'll be surprised if he's sacked.
You know,
It's about results.
Yeah.
See, it's about results. And again, you see, if you look at Iraola, I think he's in a hurry to play or to coach a big team.
in a hurry.
Yeah, I say that because I've looked at Graham Potter that was at what's it called, Brighton, doing very well at Brighton. Brighton was feared and all
The
that.
Chelsea
And
job
he
came.
left, went to Chelsea, and it was a different story. Now I know he's with Sweden also,
Yeah.
national team. But the point is, some of these coaches need time to really build
Okay.
themselves before you take up those jobs that will put you under severe pressure.
You know, how long a time do they need? That's one question. I mean, we don't have answers to those questions right now. How long a time do they need? Sometimes, I made mention of Pep Guardiola when he started at the very top level, replacing Frank Rijkaard. None saw that coming, right? Zinedine Zidane at Real Madrid. We didn't quite see that coming, but he went on to win
Back to back
UEFA Champions League title. So these things happen, all right? Everything starts in a day. Everything starts in a day, you quite agree.
So they can rush to.
Yeah, but the impossible takes a little longer. We don't know. No two seasons are the same.
Is it, well,
Arsenal are
me-
the better. If you put all of the teams together, the Gunners are ahead. But that's not to say they are expressly the favorites. Oh yeah, they're the favorites.
who is the favorite?
When like I said, by rank, if you look at one in a scale of 1 to 10, you would say okay.
There is no
Number one.
doubt if you put all the teams, let's say the big six, like they say, from Tottenham to Liverpool to Manchester City,
Chelsea.
Man U, Chelsea, and Arsenal, you can't pick any of them to say this is the
Okay.
one that will win the league. But you can easily say Arsenal has the edge over all of them.
All right. Only time will tell. The Gunners are buzzing after winning. That's what we call in local palace trepan, to use pig beans. well, I hope they do well going into the new season 2026-2027. Many thanks, Dr. Apollos. Been a great time with you right here on Sports 360 today.
The pleasure is mine.
Okay, I wish you and Arsenal all the best. I hope you win the league as you so desire.
No, the league is coming to
London again.
Emirates. That's a fact.
Okay.
What we're even looking at is the Champions League. The
Champions
league is
of
a given.
Europe, you'll never say that. Okay. Well, I remember that, the voice you trust stand up, you probably need. They call me Rex Patrick the Locker, that homeboy that's never at home. I look around 247-365. I'll leave you with the highlight of the 2026 Community Shield final as we guide you through behind the scenes at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff as Arsenal defeated Manchester City by 3-0. Of course, sit back and get inside access to both teams as they faced off in their first clash of the season, with Ricardo Calafiori, Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard all finding the net for the Gunners. Talking about Arsenal from the build-up to the action and of course celebrations. See how Arsenal lifted the FA Community Shield on Sunday, August the 16th. For now, it's a wrap.